So Ray Comfort is at it again, the fucktard. Why do people listen to this guy? He's just a complete freak. Recently, he was talking about how, and I will quote, "I don't know if you heard the saying, religion has caused more wars than anything. That's a favorite of atheists, and just isn't true," he said, according to the Encyclopedia of Wars, published in 2004. There have been 1,763 wars up to 2004. Only 8% were religious wars, and 2/3 were in the name of Islam. So 92% of the wars have been over political in nature. So we're talking atrocities, war, death. Atheists have caused 110 million deaths the last 100 years. Stalin, 60 million. He was an atheist. Mao, 40 million. He was an atheist. Pol Pot, 1.7. He was an atheist. Vladimir Lenin, 5 million people slaughtered. He was an atheist. So when people realize you can't trust an atheist in a position of authority, especially politically, and this is just the typical bullshit from religious people. Not every single war is about religion, but we do have to look at some of the big wars. Protestants versus Catholics, Catholics versus Muslims, the Crusades. All these situations that were religiously motivated, or at least the excuse for them was religiously motivated. Was World War II religiously motivated? Well, you could argue yes. And it was definitely religion that was used as an excuse to kill the Jews. Hitler used the excuse. Whether or not Hitler was an atheist, that's a different story. Atheist could be a Christian, but he used the rhetoric of Christianity because the people that followed him were Christians, and it worked to politicize them, push them to do these things. Also, you can't really use 3 or 4 people who are using modern technologies with modern population numbers. How many people would have died in all the Crusades if they were used with modern technology and modern populations? They would have dwarfed these things. So it's just typical religious nonsense. Of course, he's going to say, well, because of this, you can't trust them politically. So who do we trust? Should we point out Hitler? Should we point out, all the problems that religious leaders have done? Should we point out what Ray Comfort himself does? Not every religious person is bad, not every atheist is bad. It really comes down to what they believe. It makes you wonder, what does Ray Comfort fear that he has to demonize atheists? Maybe it's because the things he's doing are the very things that are a real danger to society. Teaching about creationism, teaching about how we should hate people, all this kind of nonsense. His rhetoric is the dangerous stuff here, but he wants to blame atheists. What do you guys think? I'd like to know your thoughts on this subject. This Ray Comfort is definitely disgusting. Link down to the conversation on it below.